you cannot tell me how I will interrogate your case, Brother Hayes. You will be given a chance later to do this.
Pinapahirapan mo ako.
Definitely,
Okay,
this is a debate. So, when did the French and China have a dispute over the South China Sea?
Anyway, huwag mo na kasing pahirapan. Ba't
No, Brother Hayes. No, Brother Hayes, because we cannot move forward with our discussion if I'm not gonna be able to know what's in your brain.
Oh, you know what's in my brain.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. No, that's why I'm asking you questions, because there are a lot of things that are not clear with your position. That's why I'm asking questions. Okay, so what do you mean by West Philippine Sea?
It is the map that I showed you, included doon. Lahat ng
But
you want me to send a copy of that?
no, but you have shown me the map of Spain in which year?
That was 1870. It was it was commissioned in 1870.
1870. So when did the
1875,
when did the West Philippine Sea start to exist?
No, there's no name. Pangalan lang yan. I'm referring to that particular part of the South China Sea, yung nasa map na yon.
So my question is, do you know the San Francisco Treaty?
I know.
You don't know it.
What I know is, hindi ko alam yung details ng San Francisco.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't.
Would you like me to continue?
No. So you don't know it.
Tapusin mo yung sagot ko.
Okay.
Okay? But I know na nag-surrender yung Japan and they have to give up yung kasi in-occupy nila yung Spratly Islands during the World War II. And kasi nag-surrender sila, no? Basically iniwan nila yung claim nila doon. But ang original date ng dispute was yung claim ng China.
But that's not my question. My question is, do you know the San Francisco Treaty?
We answered that already.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on to my next question. Do you know that the Philippines is a signatory to the San Francisco Treaty?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. So,
Yes.
do you know to whom the Spratlys was handed over during the San Francisco Treaty?
I have no idea.
Okay, so if the Philippines owns the Spratlys, then it should reflect in the San Francisco Treaty, correct?
It should, yeah.
Okay, it should. Okay, my next question is on this one.
Okay.
Please define expansionism.
Yung nangaagaw ka ng hindi na parte ng teritoryo mo and to project yung military power to influence the geopolitical situation sa region. I think that's my non-international relations expert definition dyan.
Okay, so in the proposition that you gave me, you mentioned non-aggressive, you mentioned aggressive expansionism, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
very aggressive.
Okay, is there such a thing as non-aggressive expansionism?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no such a
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Well, no such thing.
So
but
when did the South China Sea territorial dispute started?
I think it started when China claimed it. Doon nagsimula yun.
So when?
After the ROC, Republic of China, was formed. I'm not sure the exact date, but I think it's in. I'm not really sure. I have to Google it.
So are you aware of the French claim over the Spratlys?
Yes, I am aware.
So
But they abandoned it after.
No. My question is, are you aware of the French claim?
Yes.
So when
Nandun yung Vietnam.
So when did the French claim the Spratlys?
Yeah, they claimed it I don't have the exact date, but
Just the
ang
decade.
reason nila,
Just the decade. Just the decade.
I'm not really sure. I think 1800s, something like that.
So the South China Sea dispute started
Mhm.
when?
When klaro yung naklaro yung dispute, yung China yung nag-claim. Kasi ang nangyari.
So wait a second, Brother Ace.
Mhm.
You said that there was a French claim.
Right.
So now you're saying that the dispute happened because of China.
No, kasi in any dispute, kung titingnan mo, iaakyat mo siya sa isang arbitration or a court, no? Kailangan ma-identify kung kailan nagsimula yung dispute.
So when did it start?
Yung dispute, yun nga, yung claim ng China, yung ROC pa, yung China ni, which is, robot kasi ako so di ko mag-google. And,
No, so brother, I understand. You're saying the Chinese claim, but there was also a French claim, correct?
Yeah, but the French claim, number one, was invalid. Kasi
Wait, who said that it's invalid? Who said? You? Is there a court that says that the French claim is invalid?
No, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Hindi invalid. Okay? The French claimed it kasi they thought walang pagmamayari yon. And it hindi na siya relevant because the French
No. Don't say that it's relevant or irrelevant because you are not a competent authority to determine which is relevant or which claims are relevant or irrelevant. We have to stick from the facts and internationally accepted facts.
Totoo yan. Does the French
Yes.
claim?
So there was a wait a second. So do you agree that there was a dispute between France and China?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did their dispute happen?
Okay, kasi it is irrelevant sa case court, no?
Wait. I'm not saying about your case. No, I am.
Okay.
You cannot tell me how I will interrogate your case, Brother Hayes. You will be given a chance later to do this.
Pinapahirapan mo ako.
Definitely, this is a debate. So, when did the French and China have a dispute over the South China Sea?
Okay, let me pull up. May mga cheat sheet ako.
Yeah.
May timeline akong sinulat dyan. Okay, let me just connect my phone. Hold on. Anyway, but huwag mo na kasing pahirapan. Ba't
No, Brother Hayes. Brother Hayes, because we cannot move forward with our discussion if I'm not gonna be able to know what's in your brain.
Oh, you know what's in my brain.
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. No, that's why I'm asking you questions because there are a lot of things that are not clear with your position. That's why I'm asking questions.
Okay. Tatagalan tayo nito Sayang yung 40 minutes
Well, anyway, na-record naman to sa phone ko. You can download the live.
In 1993, France officially annexed the Spratlys as part of the French Union. Ito yung timeline dito.
1933.
1999.
Ayan, hindi kasi nawala yung ano. So, let me...
yung nawala o ito? Kasi akala ko yung 40 minutes tapos na.
Nag-off siya So, let's continue our question hour. You will be given a chance later, Brother Hayes, na i-grill ako, no? So,
dapat lang. Grabe, sige go.
So tapos na tayo dyan sa San Francisco Treaty. So are you aware of President Marcos Sr.'s PD 5096?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Okay. Would you like me to read to you a relevant part?
Yes, please. Wala akong kopya eh. Yeah.
Okay, ako ang kukuha ng kopya kasi dapat we should be basing these things on facts.
Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
So, eto, dina-download ko pa siya from the official Gazette. Okay? So, ngayon, ang sabi dito sa PD 5096, dinefine niya ang Kalayaan Island Group, correct? Ito naman yan, binabasa ko lang naman. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, ang sabi niya dito, these areas do not legally belong to any state or nation.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So,
Okay, that was wrong by it was
wait a second.
That,
But this exists, correct? PD 5096.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've read about that.
All right.
Correct.
So this is the official policy. Correct? Whatever we believe or not about the correctness or incorrectness of President Marcos Sr.'s PD 5096, that is still the official policy, correct?
No, I don't agree. It contradicts the Constitution if that's the case.
So has the Supreme Court declared that PD 5096 is unconstitutional?
No.
Correct. So now we have to
But they
pursue.
should.
But since it has not been declared unconstitutional, PD 5096 is official policy and has to be presumed as constitutional, correct?
Okay, granted.
Okay.
Although I don't. Mhm.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you agree or not. We have to base our statements on facts. Okay. So now,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
all right. So, when did the Philippines officially become part of the South China Sea disputes? Which year?
We were the moment China made their claim in 1947. Involved na tayo because that's part of our national territory.
No, my question is when did the Philippines officially become part of the South China Sea dispute?
When did the Philippines become part of the
South China
Sea
Sea
district?
Yes.
It's ours.
Okay, so we will go back to it's ours. So are you aware of you're not aware of 1951 San Francisco Treaty?
Yeah, now I'm aware.
Okay, now you're
pointed
aware.
that out.
So your
Yeah.
claim is prior to the 1951 San Francisco Treaty, the Spratlys are ours, correct?
Diyan tayo naputol eh. Saan nga pa binigay yan?
Yeah, well,
Hindi ko mahanap eh.
yeah, you can always go.
Diyan tayo naputol kanina.
Yeah, you can always go to the 1951 San Francisco Treaty.
No, okay. Just let me know. Ang haba eh. Ang haba ng article. I'm not familiar.
Well,
Sorry. Do you have a familiar
just to give you a gist, I think it's in Article 3 or 4 of the San Francisco Treaty. It was decided there
Okay.
to whom the Spratlys would be given.
Okay. To whom?
Well, if, as you claim, that the Spratlys is part of Philippine territory, why
Yeah.
wasn't the Spratlys given to the Philippines during the San Francisco Treaty?
I don't know. And I'm sure it's a mistake.
Well,
And
whether
hindi tayo pumirma doon.
actually we are actually signatory to the 1951 San Francisco
Yes.
Treaty.
Okay.
Okay, so
as you pointed out, pero dapat hindi tayo pumirma doon.
well, it doesn't matter kung pumirma tayo doon o hindi. Are you familiar of the doctrine of estoppel in international law?
No, I am not.
Okay, estoppel means that you are precluded from making further claims from the one that you have already made. Because estoppel protects other states from your changing position. So that's basically what doctrine of estoppel means. So by virtue of that, the Philippines is estopped By
are you saying na hindi na pwedeng i-contest yan?
well, you can always. We will go there. We will go
Well,
there.
you told me earlier, wala akong authority to. Hindi ba pwedeng i-contest yan?
we will
Because I'm sure
go.
that was a mistake.
We will go there. It doesn't matter if it's mistake or not, but you are stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
So things stand as they are. Okay, until the San Francisco Treaty got invalidated. That's just the way things are in international relations.
Well,
Okay, so what do you mean by West Philippine Sea?
it is the map that I showed you, included doon. Lahat ng
But
you want me to send a copy of that?
no, but you have
Bibigyan
but
mo.
you have shown me the map of Spain in which year?
That was 1870. It was it was commissioned in 1870. It was,
1870. So when did the
1875,
when did the West Philippine Sea start to exist?
No, there's no name. Pangalan lang yan. I'm referring to that particular part of the South China Sea, yung nasa map na yun. Okay?
Okay.
Defining the archipelago of the Philippines.
So let's go back to the map. Is that map internationally recognized as the
Of course.
who recognized it internationally? Which ones?
No, it's in the archive of the National Defense of Spain.
So does it-
that was the map.
My question, Brother Hayes, is that map has
Yes.
internal recognition. That
Yes,
this is
it was recognized
by whom?
the United States.
So is the international community ends with the United States?
No.
Thank you. Thank
dito
you.
yan, no?
So you already mentioned no. Thank you. So
Okay, go ahead.
so my next question to you is are
Okay, hanggang ba to?
well will
That's
you
why I was
you will
suggesting
be
a moderator.
you will be given a chance
Question and answer na to.
you will be given a chance to grill me later on
When?
after
I haven't heard your argument yet. I'm
yeah, because
waiting for your argument.
I cannot argue with you yet because your position is not yet clear. So I'm clarifying certain things. You will hear my
Okay.
arguments after my series of clarificatory questions. So my next question is, are you familiar with this often repeated saying that there are no permanent friends nor enemies, only permanent interests?
Yes,
Do you agree with that statement?
I agree.
Okay. So are all interests equal?
Not necessarily,
Okay. So do you agree that there
but
is
it can
such a
be equal. Yeah.
okay, so do you agree that there is such a thing as hierarchy of interests?
I'm not aware, but yeah, if they are not equal, there must be a hierarchy.
So
Di ba?
so for example, not all interests would be pursued in the same way, correct?
Yeah, well, hindi ko nasubukan yan. If you're talking about national interest. But yes, maybe, I'm not sure.
So I'm just asking you, no? Because we have to go back to the basics.
Okay.
So do you agree that a superior interest will actually undermine secondary interests?
What is a superior interest?
I'm just asked. That's a general definition of interest. It doesn't matter what interest there is. If you define,
It's very subjective.
well, if okay,
Ano ba? You have to be very specific. Which interest, what interest? Should
I'm
I
asking
compare
you,
it?
Brother Hayes.
So
if
we can
you-
agree na a superior interest yun.
So do you agree that there are superior interests and secondary interests?
We'll say superior. There must be a
Okay.
more.
Because you mentioned earlier
Okay,
that
whatever.
not all interests are equal. So there are interests that are superior and there are interests that are
Yeah,
superior.
they're very
Okay.
more important than the other interests.
Yeah.
Let's just make it
Okay.
simple. More
Okay.
important than the other interests.
All right. Thank you.
I agree.
When you said, you mentioned kasi na we should pursue military alliances with like-minded allies, correct? Strengthening.
Correct, yeah.
Strengthening. Okay. Do those allies have
We,
this?
we,
do those allies, do we have the same hierarchy of interests with our military allies?
No, if you're referring to the United States, no.
Okay, no. Okay, thank you. My next question is there any moment in our history when our military alliance with the United States was very strong?
Was tested? Is that what you mean?
No, was very strong.
Was very strong. I think during World War II.
During World War II. Do you agree that our military alliance with the United States was the strongest when they had permanent military bases in our country?
I can't say.
Okay, so...
Hindi ko masabi.
No, like for example, do you think that our military alliance with them was strongest when they had permanent military bases or when they didn't have permanent military bases?
Is it, can you say again?
So, noong
I'm sorry.
noong may permanent military bases.
Military base?
Yes.
Was it the strongest? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Was our military alliance with them was strong?
I can say, hindi ko masabi kasi they were never involved sa mga internal insurgencies natin. That was the only threat that we have during that time, I think, yung komunista.
So what is now your, how can you now evaluate if the military alliance is strong or not strong?
I'm sorry, say again, I don't get the question. Would you evaluate?
How will you evaluate if the military alliance is strong or not strong?
Well, kung tutulong sila sa defense posture natin, tutulong sila by giving us military assets, tutulong sila in training our troops, tutulong sila to provide military assets. Yan, ang tingin ko malakas yung ang military alliance.
Okay. So, I think I already got everything that I needed, and then I'm now ready to present my position. Okay. And then after this, you will have a chance to grill me. Okay. In any debate, the one who proposes a policy should be able to persuade and defend that policy clearly and with all appreciation of existing facts.
Yes,
now,
I agree.
Well, you cannot interfere with me while I'm doing my statement. I didn't interfere you. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So the proposition before us is that strengthening our military alliance with like-minded allies is the best strategy in order to push back against Chinese aggressive expansionism, as Brother Hayes stated it. Simple lang naman ang akin. One, whether I agree or not that the expansionism is aggressive or not is beside the point. The test of this debate is whether the strategy is the best one to pursue. And as Brother Hayes said, our military alliance with the United States could have been stronger during the time na meron sila ditong permanent military base.
Recording in progress.
However, as we could appreciate the facts, Vietnam actually expanded into what Brother Hayes said called the West Philippine Sea during the time that the United States had permanent military bases in the Philippines. Taiwan, the Republic of China, which was still considered as the international recognized representative of China as a whole, occupied Ito Aba in the 1940s, during the time that the United States and the Philippines had a strong military alliance. So, if the military alliance with the United States wasn't able to prevent that expansionism, and as according to Brother Hayes, there's no such thing as non-aggressive expansionism, then what is now the basis that strengthening the military alliance would be able to prevent an expansionism that the United States wasn't able to prevent before? Next point. Brother Hayes said that a successful pushback for him meant that pwedeng ma-share ang resources, wala nang Coast Guard na mga habol, and the bounties of the South China Sea would be shared. Well, it seems that Brother Hayes has not demonstrated why is the military solution would be able to lead to an amicable negotiated settlement with China. And in fact, it would not be the case because, as Brother Hayes said, not all interests are equal. And therefore, there are superior interests and secondary interests. And our allies, as Brother Hayes said, also have their own interests. And the hierarchy of their interests do not mean that their hierarchy of their interests reflect the hierarchy of our interests. We know that these military allies have their own interests with China. And as we could see, their number one interest with China concerns economics. So now, if they are able to negotiate a deal among them with China concerning economics, and China requested that they abandon the Philippines, what do you think those allies would do? Does Brother Hayes think that those military allies put the interests of the Philippines at par with their economic interests with China? I think that is wishful thinking. And my last point regarding this alliance is, what is our leverage against these would-be alliances? It would be wishful thinking to think that we can determine how they would enact their actual policies when the time comes. We have an asymmetric power relationship with the United States. We have an asymmetric power relationship with Japan. So what is the guarantee that if they abandon the secondary interest, which is our interest, that the Philippines could force them to abandon their primary interest in the service of the interests of the Filipinos? Who are we to the United States and Japan, considering that we are not even in their top 5 trade partners in the world? So to conclude, in the realm of international relations, economics trumps politics. The economic interests of countries will trump politics. It is because it is the economy that is the foundation of national development. It is not it's not their altruism towards the Philippines that will actually contribute to their own national development, but their interest in having a greater share of the China trade. So that's my position, and this opposition has been failed to be persuaded by the proponent of the policy. So I'm now ready for the questions of Brother Hayes.
Okay, well, I don't hear anything could substitute my proposition, because we have to have a foreign policy, especially when they dealing with the situation in West Philippine Sea. So ang tanong ko, being a international relations expert at all, no, Nain, what do you think is the best strategy to deal na pinapaalis na tayo or pinapatalsik na tayo sa West Philippine Sea?
Well, in the first place, the first thing that we must do is to have a better understanding of the situation. And it seems that Brother Hayes, as you replied to my questions, you don't have a good understanding of the entire
I
situation.
disagree.
Well,
I disagree.
well, you can always disagree,
Well,
but
just answer my question.
yeah,
The question is,
I'm
what would
answering
you
your
suggest?
question. I'm answering your question. The first step is to have a better understanding of the situation, and that's why, if we don't have a better understanding of the situation, we will not have a good policy. So
So
that is the first step.
What is the better understanding?
The better understanding of the situation is to take stock of the historical context of the dispute. That is the first step.
What's that? Say again, you're cutting off. Nawawala-wala ka.
The first step in having a better policy is to have a better understanding of the historical context of the situation. That is the first step.
Historical context.
Yes.
Alright, so what would that historical context be that
Well-
we need to understand? Because
I already laid it down
it's
to you.
very
I
good.
already laid it down to you during the question and answer portion, and it seems that you don't understand the entire historical context of the situation.
because as I've said, China has no real claim sa yung 9-line nila is really out of this world. Yun ang basihan nila yung historical rights. So saan galing yun?
So, what is your question?
No, my question is how, yung tanong ko kasi is how would we approach this issue sa West Philippine Sea? And you answered me, dapat maintindihan natin yung historical context ng problema.
Yes, that's the first. That's the first step. That's the first step. That's the first step.
Hindi naiintindihan yan ng mga kuwan natin, mga pinuno natin.
Well, brother.
That's very condescending
I'm not being.
walang alam itong gobyerno natin.
Well, brother Hayes, we're not
Hindi
including.
nila naiintindihan yung nangyayari.
Well, brother Hayes, hindi natin ini-include dito yung mga decision makers natin. This is a debate between the two of us. You are the one who proposed this policy, so you must be able to defend that policy and understand what's going on. I'm not being condescending to you. I'm actually asking you very factual questions.
Kasi yun ang policy. Ang proposition ko is yung current strategy ng ating current administration.
Yeah. So
you're telling me that itong mga policy makers natin, they do not understand the historical context of this problem? Is that what you mean?
Well,
I'm asking the question now, by the way.
Is that what I mean? Well, precisely so.
Okay. All right. So, granting, because I'm sure you understand the historical context.
Yes.
So, yun ang follow-up question ko. What would you think the government should do?
Well, the first step is...
Enlighten me, please. Gusto ko talaga din maintindihan.
Yeah, the first...
yung gusto nyo.
Well, the first step is to understand the historical context and to look at the issue more comprehensively rather than adopt a very myopic view of the situation. That's the first step.
That's the first step.
Yes. Then the second step is after you do that, then you would be able to craft a strategy that actually take into account the historical.
It's very vague.
Why is it very big? Why is it very vague? Why is it very big?
No, I'm assuming because you said the government should understand the historical context.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that you know the historical context of this issue.
Mm.
Okay? So, based on your knowledge, no? Kasi alam mo yung historical context,
Yes.
what should the government do?
Well, what the government should do is to actually enter into negotiations with China.
We did that!
No, we
Oh,
didn't.
sorry.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Define negotiation.
Ano ba yung bilateral consultative mechanism ni Pangulong Duterte?
It's consultative.
They almost agree. Pinagyayabang niya yung code of conduct. That was the first step.
So, okay, so is the code, ako na magtatanong sa, ano ba nangyari kung bakit hindi na?
No, I'm asking the question now.
Okay,
Ang tanong ko,
yeah, okay. Well,
kasi
do you want me to
sa-
answer?
we
What is the question?
negotiate.
So what is the question?
Okay. Did we not negotiate already during the time of former president?
No.
So walang kwenta yung, this is another question. So walang nangyari doon sa bilateral consultative mechanism? Ano bang ginagawa nila doon?
Meron. So what is the question? Can you clarify the question so that
Yeah, the question is that, kasi, we negotiate. That's your answer. And we
No.
did. I think we did. I don't accept the answer na hindi tayo nag-negotiate. We negotiated for so many years during the Duterte administration. And of course, hindi natin alam kung ano yung, but ang naisa publiko noon was a code of conduct. Now, ito na lang, yung code of conduct, because winagawa yun ni dating Pangulong Duterte sa SIAN, sabi niya, ito na yung resulta ng ating pakikipagkaibigan with China. Okay? We're planning for a code of conduct para maiwasan na itong mga problema na to. And maraming natuwa nun. In fact, natuwa ako nun. No? At least maayos. Okay? Now, why do you think China did not pursue the code of conduct? During the time of Duterte, the trust was, yung pakikisama natin was really, matindi.
well, your understanding of what happened regarding that situation is very faulty. China is pursuing actually the code of conduct. What actually happened during the negotiations of the code of conduct is that one issue became very contentious. Do you want me to explain what was the issue?
Yeah. I'm asking the question. Please answer.
The major disagreement in the code of conduct concerns military activities in the South China Sea. China's proposal in the code of conduct is that military activities of foreign powers that are not literal states of the South China Sea should have the consent of the coastal powers of the South China Sea. And do you know who actually rejected that?
No, I did not.
It's the United States.
Oh, what do you mean by military activities? Is that the freedom of navigation na ginagawa?
Military activities.
Because at the time, the VFA was already suspended. So what specific military activities yung ibig sabihin ng China?
The other is, the code of conduct is some sort of an agreement of what would happen then after the code of conduct has been agreed in.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So, one of the proposition was that, and then the United States actually disagreed with it, even though that they are not a coastal state. So, I'm not really.
Why was United States there? I thought it was a bilateral consultative mechanism.
Actually,
it doesn't make any sense.
Actually, you're incorrect because the code of conduct is not a bilateral mechanism, but actually a multilateral agreement among the claimants of the South China Sea islands and features.
Well, of course, okay. Ang South China Sea is actually international water. Siyempre may karapatan ang kuwan doon. But anyway, okay, I yield yung question na yan. Ito na lang, last question na to. I don't, kasi wala akong talagang nakuha. I was actually hoping, no, na magbigay ka ng iyong posisyon sa kung paano, because I know yung obligation mo was to just i-deny yung proposition ko, but I was hoping, kasi sabi mo nung when I sent the format, you said 5 minutes is very short for a very complex problem. I thought you would offer an alternative to the China policy na ginagawa ngayon ng ating pamahalaan. But anyway, this is just my last question. I saw you posted, hindi ito related sa sinabi mo. I see you posted an article na may Asia Week, I think it was a Chinese version, implying, I think it was from another page, by the way. Hindi sa'yo yun, shinare mo lang, and you made a comment there, implying na totoo yan, it was reshared and it gained many reactions. Ang nakalagay sa post was that our President Bongbong Marcos, pursued this 180 terms foreign policy of the previous administration because nakipag-sundo siya sa United States in exchange, no, na mababawi yung ilang billion ba yun, I can't remember, yung estate ng tatay niya. Do you believe that?
Well, I don't have to answer that question because it's not part of the debate.
No, it's part of the debate.
Why is it part of the debate?
Topic natin, China policy.
You yourself said that this is not actually...
So I'm assuming na you believe that post. So that's why I want to know. But it's okay kung ayaw mong sagutin.
Yeah, because you mentioned already that this is not relevant to the debate. Why would you want me to answer the question that you yourself said that it is not relevant to the debate?
Yeah. Now. Okay, so you don't want to answer that?
No, because it's not relevant to the debate. We can have a totally different
we're
debate.
Talking about the China policy of Bongbong Marcos. There was yun yung post no? In the post, it implied that it was.
But I didn't mention that. But I didn't mention that this in this debate. I can fish everything that you've said in your entire life and then make it relevant in this debate. But I wouldn't do that because that is not relevant.
No, that's Bongbong Marcos China policy. It's relevant, but I understand if you don't want to answer it.
Yeah.
Gusto ko lang malaman, it's a yes or no. Okay, it's a yes or no answer. Do you believe that or not?
I don't have to answer that because that is not relevant to the debate.
Then I respect your answer. Anyway, so
closing statement. You can have your closing statement now.
Yeah. Okay. So again, my argument is very straightforward, and kaya maraming naging tanong si Ms. Sas. No? Number one, yung West Philippine Sea, no, na nakita ninyo sa mapa na pinakita ko, that is part of our national territory. Let's set aside UNCLOS. No? Yung UNCLOS, nanalo na tayo dyan. Yung mga maritime rights natin, solved na yan. And yung tawag dito, yung obligasyon ng presidente to defend and preserve the Constitution, hindi niya pwedeng takasan yan. And hindi siya pwedeng magising and mag-isip kung gagawin niya ba yan o hindi. He has to do it. And kung ano man yung mga mention ni Ms. Sas about, the things that we signed, the presidential decree that we had on the next president, hindi relevant yun. Because the Constitution, walang dapat batas na ipasa na would contradict the Constitution. Yun yung position ko dyan. And lastly, yung alliances natin, we need those. Hindi yan, it is true na yung may hierarchy, yun ang sabi ni Sas, yung mga interest. But, itong ginagawa ng mga incheck is no less than an invasion. If we considered that area as our national territory. No? Dapat nga, i-trigger na yung MDT dyan. Pero mabait tayo. No? We don't really, hindi tayo yung aggressor dito. Pero tayo yung binubomba. Like yesterday lang, no? Nangyari na naman during the Rory mission. I think ipagpatuloy pa rin natin yung pag-assert natin sa ating karapatan dyan. We will continue those Rory mission. We will continue our presence there. And dapat malakas ang ating defense posture. Kasi yung ating kapitbahay na China, hindi na natin ma-predict kung ano ang susunod na gagawin. No? And dapat kailangan natin yung mga kalyado nating bansa na may interest din, no? Sa parte ng dagat na yan sa South China Sea. Maraming salamat SAS, and yeah, you will speak after it. Pero maraming salamat talaga, no? I really appreciate. Nung nag-send ako, nung pinost ko yung video, nung nag-message ka, hindi ko talaga inasahan na you would engage in a conversation with me, no? Marami akong natutunan, pero nasayang ako. I'm a little bit disappointed kasi I was really thinking that you would offer an alternative approach to the current China policy. Kaya nga sa tingin ko, hindi lang ito the best eh. This is the only strategy available for us. Tapos na yung honeymoon period na nangyari noon with former president. And I think the only strategy left is to really involve the international community. Kasuhan natin yung mga insect, no? I-charge natin sila ng renta. That is part of our national territory. So yung occupation nila dyan, yung mga artificial islands, dapat iakyat natin yung kaso dyan sa Permanent Court of International Justice. Bayaran natin sila sa mga sinira nilang corals at yung mga damages na nangyari din, yung mga panggaan and all that. Dapat hindi pinapalusod yan. Dapat every time may mga insidenteng ganyan, we should involve the international community, magsampa tayo ng kaso. And of course, we will continue to support the President sa kanyang China policy. And one last thing, no, sa mga Pilipino. Kasi ang palagi natin naririnig sa kabila is that gigarahin tayo or bobombahin tayo. Okay? I don't think it's gonna happen. And kung mangyari man yan, siguro kung may magkamali dyan, no, o disgrasya lang, okay? Hindi tayo dapat matakot. No? Hindi tayo ang aggressor dito. Tayo ang sinasakop. Okay? Tandaan mo yan, sinasakop. No? This is actually an invasion. Pinapatalsik tayo. Dapat hindi tayo matakot. Ang mga Pilipino palaging dihado sa laban, pero hindi tayo umaatras. No, even in our earliest history sa ating republic, palagi tayong talo, palagi tayong dihado sa mananakop, but we never failed, no, to stand up para sa ating mga paninindigan. Maraming salamat ulit.
Okay, thank you, Brother Hayes. We have to go back to the proposition. The proposition of Brother Hayes is that the best strategy to push back against China's aggressive expansionism in the WPS is to strengthen military alliances. And he also amended that to include other kind of partnership with like-minded allies. Brother Hayes said na he was expecting na magbigay daw ako ng alternative approach. But the problem is, you only seek an alternative approach if you think that your solution is not the best solution. But how can someone give an alternative approach to someone like Brother Hayes when he is so convinced that his solution is the best solution when in the first place, he doesn't have good appreciation of the facts and historical context? So now, as you can see, as what you can see here, we are dealing with someone who is engaged in what we call argumentum ad misericordiam. If you remove all the emotional content of his arguments, he doesn't have any argument at all, but a